Julie Johnson. I am the Assistant Dean and Director of Continuing and Professional Studies, which is part of the School of Communication and Information here at Rutgers University. I am delighted to have on the call with us Scott Delfino, who is the Assistant Director here at CPS, and our program lead, Meredith Reese, who is going to talk to us a lot about media asset management in practice. Just a little bit of our agenda tonight. Meredith is going to share quite a bit about the program. I'm going to give you some particulars about the application process and enrollment process, and then have a few more questions for Meredith, and then it is your time to ask all the questions. So think about things that you want to talk about, because we want to be sure to answer all your questions, and we're delighted to have so many of you with us tonight. So Meredith, I'm going to turn it over to you.
Hi, everyone. Thank you, Dr. Julie. Thank you, Scott. Thank you, everyone, for taking the time this evening. I'm going to jump right into our presentation, and it's actually, this is so similar to what the course is like. It's me talking to you, going through PowerPoint presentations, trying to bring in real-world use cases, trying to make things relevant and engaging for you all. So I hope you find tonight relevant and engaging, and we'll take your questions at the end of the presentation. Just a moment while I get the screen share ready to go. All right. So once again, I'm Meredith Reese. I'm your program lead and the first instructor you'll meet in the Media Asset Management and Practice Professional Certificate here at the Continuing Professional Studies School of Communication and Information at Rutgers. So managing media asset collections, we know, come with unique challenges. Video assets are complex, they're multi-frame, beautiful, audio synced, wonderful pieces of content or assets or files, whatever you call them. They're more complex than just a standard image or a regular document. They require more resources and planning, especially when you're making decisions about digital storage. These files get large, and there's implications and ethical concerns to think about how you're storing your digital assets. We're going to talk about metadata requirements and where your assets go, how they're distributed, or know about distribution networks, where your assets get seen, where your videos delivered to, how does your content get downstream. So getting a media asset management, a MAM, or a digital asset management DAM implementation right requires serious business strategy and expertise to lead your stakeholders down a technical path with multiple consideration checkpoints. My professional journey started in film school to explaining and then later explaining what metadata is in corporate boardrooms. I had lots of different stakeholders, lots of different people to talk to as I worked in post-production for network and cable television and some professional film productions. And then I moved into the nonprofit sector, where now I lead technology initiatives, especially around media asset management and DAM solutions. I'm also just recently involved in some AI strategy and AI policy building for nonprofit and especially performing arts sectors. I love lecturing in the DAM community and being able to pass on my practical knowledge to my students. And I learn a lot from my students too. You guys keep me on my toes, let me know about new things, let me know what's going on in different parts of the industry and different parts of the world. The CPS online format allows me to learn from you, it keeps my skills sharp, and my fellow instructors and I, we really aim for engaging and a rewarding experience for you all, no matter where you're coming from. Students will complete 3 connected modules for 4 weeks each, so a total of 12 weeks. Module 1 is Managing Rich Media. It's the foundations for modern DAM and MAM. That's where I will instruct you and lead you through the first module. It's really foundational, getting us all on the same page, discovering, the differences between a MAM or a DAM solution, talking about the business requirements that go in place when you're choosing one of these solutions. As you're, thinking about the assets themselves, where you store them, we'll go over file types, try to demystify video codecs. Really, again, try to keep it engaging and relevant to your institution or your learning goals. And then the second module we call Elevating Your DAM Game. That's led by my colleague, Christina Gibbs. She's mastered metadata strategy working in the GLAM sector, which is galleries, libraries, archives, and museums. And she's got a wonderful arts background as well. And she'll walk you through practical applications of data governance and learning about relational databases, really backbones of your DAM or MAM strategy that will also elevate those systems, make them more relevant, and skills that are really useful for you to take back to your organizations. This course has a lot of hands-on exercises that will bring all these values, including data mapping, data cleanup, really nitty-gritty, great stuff. Our third module is led by Annie Erdman. Annie is currently a DAM manager for a major healthcare provider, and she shares with us her passion for sharing technology and advancing the customer experience. So she's going to really provide you that for-profit perspective, but really able to take those skills back to all different types of institutions. She's going to guide you through my favorite part, which is the final assignment. That's going to culminate all the assignments from the first two modules, and you're going to be able to write an executive report that communicates both your strategic and your technical success of your DAM or your MAM initiative. You're going to be able to blend storytelling, anecdotal evidence with true measurable outcomes. And that's what we call the KPI, Key Performance Indicator, executive level report. And you'll be able to take that back to your own organization. And I will say that each module kind of builds to that final report. You'll have lectures, assigned readings. Each week you'll develop a discussion with your fellow students and your instructors. We require you to be part of those discussions. It's part of your final grade. And then you'll also have weekly assignments, and each assignment builds to help you really come up with your entire strategy. All these considerations along the way, like preservation, like AI, like metadata management, data governance, all of these things you might be familiar with, or you might be brand new to you, and that's fine. We're going to bring it all together and make it really relevant for you. So if you've ever wondered how to write your own KPIs, your own key performance indicators for your DAM initiative, but you didn't know where to start, I would say this course is for you. We want to teach you and we want to support your career goals. We're really enthusiastic about teaching and learning from our students, and in just 12 weeks, we want to be able to bring you to these course learning objectives. You'll be able to integrate and manage video in a DAM and or a MAM solution, and again, we'll learn the difference between the two and actually why they're interconnected in a lot of ways. You're going to be able to design your metadata models, your storage strategies, and also develop your technical approaches for better administrative and search results. You're going to be able to evaluate different technologies for digital preservation, and I like to say, get AI ready. So if you're not ready for AI yet, or you're not using AI tools on a daily basis, again, that's okay. We want to make sure that your data is in great shape, that you understand privacy concerns, ethical concerns, and that really it aligns to your strategy, brings you a lot of value to your organization. And you're going to gain all this practical knowledge and apply, better business practices and really a lot of principles around integrating these systems. You're going to demonstrate how database design, system integration, and institution-wide video management really does contribute to the success of your digital asset management programs, your goals, and how to justify your ongoing investments for these DAM projects, and really mitigate the risk if you don't take care of these video assets, either for the short-term consumption or for the long-term for future generations to come. So please join us this spring. The application deadline is coming up just next month. We've got some discounts for you. Julie's also going to share some discounts following this webinar. We really appreciate you being here. You're kind of part of the special club now. You're getting an early look at the program, and it's wonderful to meet you all. And we really encourage you to get your application in soon.
Thanks, Meredith.
So, you want to go through these next slides?
I'll just share a couple of things. So can you go back one slide for me?
You got it.
Okay, so currently applications are being accepted for the spring cohort. We're going to show you on our website exactly where to go in order to get the link to the application process. The application is very straightforward. When you submit your application, my team is going to take a look to make sure that you're a right fit for the program. We try and give you good turnaround within usually the same business day, but we like to say 2 business days. Also right now is early enrollment, which would allow you to save 15%, which is about $500, $400. So, but because all of you are with us today, you're going to find in your email a special gift from all of us because you know, for me, who's been in education for almost 40 years, which is really hard to say, everything that I do is for all of you. And so my eyes are always on how do we build programs that are impactful for students, for professionals, for you to literally learn today, think about it tomorrow, start implementing it by the end of the week. That's how we're designing programs to build your capacity for what's next in your industry. So we really want to do all we can to take any obstacles that we can out of your way to get you enrolled. And as you are going through the application process, my team is ready to answer questions. If we don't know the answer, Meredith is wonderful in that we will connect with her to answer questions. There have been times when our program leads have jumped on a Zoom call to answer some specific questions. Just to make sure that it's a right fit based on their context. And so we're prepared to do those things as well. Next slide, please. Mm-hmm. So this is our website, and you'll see the red ribbon says in the first words is professional certificates. If you click there, media asset management in practice will be listed there. And you will see also on the red ribbon all the way to the right, it says get started. We're going to zoom in on that on the next slide. And where it says get started, it then says apply now. So if you click there, it's going to bring you straight to our application process. Once you get confirmed and approved to join the program, then our program coordinator will send you the links to enroll. So just because you have completed the application doesn't mean that you are enrolled. The next step is the actual enrollment. A few things about that. We have some students who pay for this personally, and the enrollment system will take a credit card and e-check in order to do that. We have some students who have talked to their employer and are being sponsored by their employer. If that is you, you're just going to let our program coordinator know, and we can create an invoice for you. And we ask for a few simple pieces of information so that we can send things to them through DocuSign. That can happen either check or wire transfer. Then we also have some students who they would prefer to have the option of a student loan, and so we can do that through Sally Mae. That process is very straightforward. It comes to me and I approve those loans, and all to get you ready for class. Again, this week, you want to watch your email because we're going to send you a special link that you need to use by the end of the day on Sunday. But we hope that you will join us. We do want to listen to your questions, but before you go, a few things that I wanted to share that's unique about this program as well. David Lipsey, who is the academic director of DAM and Creative Operations, and I spend a lot of time finding the right faculty for these programs. And while Rutgers has a deep well of resources of tenured faculty who do such important research in for our economy, for just the world overall, the people who teach in our programs are literally frontline powerhouses. And that's what you're getting in Meredith and Christina and Annie, who lead this program. while they certainly have deep knowledge, they also just have such practical, let's talk real world. They're ready to talk real world. And so while all of the curriculum is based on theory, it's the theory into practice that matters so much for us. So the very first week, the program is separated, as Meredith said, into 3 modules. The first week of each module, we have what's called a meetup, which means that the instructors set a time for a live Teams meeting, such as this, and they might talk a little bit about overall, here's what we're going to work on the next 4 weeks. They might talk about some hot topics that are happening in the world, but they're also going to say, ask me anything. So come with your questions about your context, and they're ready to have that conversation with you and with your classmates, because it's an opportunity to create community. So while the program is asynchronous, meaning you can learn on the go, we have made the lectures tight so that I always tell our curriculum team, make it tight for a train ride so that you could listen to a lecture on a train ride, and then grab moments of time when you're adding a little bit more to your comments of classmates in the discussion board. But it's a lot of working around your busy schedules. But at the same time, Meredith is live. For those 12 weeks, you have her live in the discussion forums. She's going to be in there stretching you, challenging your thinking, reinforcing some great ideas, adding in resources. She's going to be that very active teacher in the classroom, and also that very active teacher who's giving feedback in your assignments. And that will be the same with Christina and the same with Annie. So you're getting the best of both worlds of learning at your moments that work for you best, no matter where you are in the world, but also having the benefit of a live teacher in the classroom. And with that, I would love to hear your questions, and Meredith and I will do our best to answer them for you. So
you got it.
David?
Yeah. One practical question,
Sure.
which is there a like additional fee for using a credit card?
There is not.
Okay, thank you. And then the other broader question was, what's the difference between this program and the DAM bronze certificate?
Sure. So the DAM Bronze Certificate is a 6-month program, and it really talks about the 6 pillars of DAM, and it's that deep and wide program. So you're going to go deep and you're going to go wide. And we have people who are 15 years into DAM who are sitting in the classroom, and we have people who are career changers. Maybe they are in IT and they didn't learn about metadata that librarians might know, or they're librarians who don't know the IT side of things. So it works for those people as well, but it's really to ensure that because there's no full degrees in digital asset management, we wanted to create a program that really says what should every DAM manager be sure they know and are able to do. And so that's how that program is designed. Media asset management, I'm going to let Meredith explain a little bit how that's different.
Yeah, you got it. So yeah, it's a 12-week condensed certificate with the focus on media asset management. So we will bring in a lot of those DAM principles. DAM and MAM, especially in my experience, is very interconnected. And these days, basically, if you're working with a DAM vendor or even trying to build your own in-house or open source solutions, you're most likely dealing with rich media content, right? You're most likely have some video or some audio. no matter the size of it. And so we've seen the complexity of these assets increase. Collections grow. Really, the storage constraints are become more challenging with this content. And so all of those principles will apply here, but the focus will really be on scoping it around media asset management. Really, what does that mean? Why is that unique? What are some additional considerations that you need to take when dealing with media content?
Mhm. One of the things that students often say to me when they've been in DAM for a while and they take the DAM program, they often say, okay, so I thought I knew and now I know better. I thought I knew and now I know better. Where when we designed MAM, it was really to take a sliver of this important industry and go deep into a sliver. But if you understand DAM, then the background knowledge, so my background is in educational neuroscience, so that part of me is now going to shine through for a minute. So I want to take all that background knowledge that you have and say, and build upon it so that you're not, if you're completely new to the field, you might want to know the DAM bronze certificate first to just build all of that deep and wide knowledge base about governance, about metadata, so on and so forth. If you've been in it a while, but now you want to add more resources to your toolkit, you would be ready for, this is considered an advanced certificate. And with that advanced certificate, there's an expectation that you have a lot of the DAM language, so to speak, behind you. And you will grow more exponentially because you're pulling from that background knowledge. Does that answer your question?
Yes, that's helpful.
Okay.
Thank you.
I like that, Julie. I definitely agree. It's good to have a kind of the DAM language, at least a little bit of experience, before taking this course. It is kind of that advanced, accelerated model.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So should I do the DAM and AI course before this one then?
So the DAM and AI program is different from the MAM program. So the DAM and AI program is also an advanced certificate. So if you've done the DAM bronze certificate, which is the 6-month program, then certainly you have all the background knowledge in order to do DAM and AI or this MAM program.
I think you can kind of think it like a special topics, right? The AI course and our course is 2 different special topics.
I mean, I'm a TV professional with almost 30 years of experience. I've been dealing with the DAMs and MAMs for a while now. So I don't know, should I go ahead and try to do something on DAM first anyways, or because MAM is really what I'm looking for.
And I think that's what you should do. Yep.
Yeah.
Because you have, if you have all those years of experience, again, we want to make sure that you're successful.
Yeah.
And because you have all the years in DAM, then everything that I just talked about, building your background knowledge, you have that by sitting in the seat. So there's multiple ways you can build people's background knowledge, experience, and then just really great teaching. So it's that 1-2 punch.
And and I would say for those of you that are working in MAMs or already oversee MAM programs or some portion of a MAM program, we're still going to help you elevate that, right? You're still going to be able to take these skills that really will help you level up, be that writing an executive summary, using some metadata or metadata mapping, modeling, spreadsheets. A lot of stuff's done in spreadsheets, as we know, or just really, kind of a checkpoint in, how is your foundational knowledge? What else are you missing from your career or just from your own learning experience? I'd be curious to know more, about what you're looking for sure.
It would also be.
I bet I'm gonna have like 100 moments that, I thought I knew this, now I know for sure, or whatever.
Awesome.
And it's completely fine to then after this say, actually, I think I want to go take that DAM Bronze certificate, because sometimes that will make sense for people. But I would also remind you what I said a few minutes ago, that you have a live person in class with you. So because they are going to have regular meetups, come with your questions. You talked about this in the lecture. I don't have a lot of experience with that. Can we talk about that a little bit deeper, so that they can either, it could be in the course that there's additional resources in the courses for you to take a peek at, or having that conversation with one of the instructors.
Awesome.
Ryan?
Hi everybody, Ryan Green. I'm about
Hi,
to
nice
start
to meet you.
baseball practice right here with my daughter, and I'm about to run out of batteries on my phone, so I'll make this quick.
Awesome.
Yeah, I first want to say Meredith is awesome. She can be trusted. She's my faculty advisor in my archives and preservation master's program. I'm
Nice.
currently enrolled in Rutgers. This was helpful to understand the difference of where the information goes in terms of the MAM program. I will see you, Meredith, in, well, I'll see you probably like next week or something, but in terms of the professional program, I'll see you, I guess, in fall of 2028 upon graduating from the master's program.
Yay!
Nice.
And that was all, I guess, like, I think I understand the difference between, yeah, the master's program side and the MAM side, but if you could just explicitly state how the professional certificate is related to the master's. I'm going to hop off video just to save
No,
some
thanks
battery.
for being here and asking that question. I think that's fantastic. Because yeah,
Yes.
I come from a library science background where you can get master's degrees in library science. You can spend 2 years. You can really hone in on what you want your focus to be in either archival or library sciences. I personally did a media preservation archival studies and focus, and so my DAM career came out of that. But now I think that these type of continuing education programs provide so much value because we can reach students at different parts of their career, right? You're not coming into a purely academic rigor of a 2-year program. You're being able to check in, like Julie said, taking those bites, those train rides, and learning at your pace, and then being able to interact with your students. I think there's also tons of networking opportunities and just, yeah, really that more practical application of what we'll be talking about. So I'm glad Ryan could join us and represent the other side of Rutgers School of Communication. It's fantastic.
David, question?
Hi there. Well, I think I had two basic questions. I think the first one has pretty much been answered by everybody. I just want to make sure I understand. The MAM certificate course, the audience experience level can range, if I understand correctly, to those who've been in it for many, many years, to those who know about media assets but haven't even been behind their first MAM. So pretty much runs the gamut with that, with the help of having a DAM certificate. Okay, yeah. So now my second question is, since you had mentioned spreadsheets, how much of the conversation will be about migration and maybe even exercises with migration?
Let me think. I'm trying to think. Christina is doing mainly metadata and data mapping. I think that could be applicable to a migration project or strategy, but it's really going to be more foundational for, cross mapping, data transformations, all things that can happen during migration. 100%. I think that it can be applied. We do not do, though, a specific toolkit when it comes to migration. That's just not covered in the course.
Okay.
It's hard. I gotta say, David, it is a challenge to fit everything into 12 weeks. We could do so much. And we really want to make it, very focused. But that's a good question. Yeah, I think you'll find the exercises that when you're working in spreadsheets, especially in Christina's module 2, to be more applicable. And that's our goal, right? Stretch your thinking, get creative, understand that we might be talking about metadata mapping, but you might be able to talk about that for other data mapping, other different applications, right? And getting used to different tools. Yeah, we hope will help you with your skill set development.
Thank you. Thank you.
You got it. Good question.
Avery?
Hi there. As I said, I'm calling from Canada, and I was curious if there was additional fees for international students.
There is, if you are paying with a credit card, you are simply, you have to pay in US dollars, but there's no additional fees for being an international. You just have to pay in US dollars.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Any last questions? Joanna?
So I missed the deadline. If I would like to do this through my employee, are you planning to have like the recurring course, like every year, every 6 months, or it's just like one time in the long?
Media asset management and practice is offered in the spring and the fall. Joanna, if you want to join now, if you and I can talk, if you email me afterwards, let's figure out how maybe we can still work something out for you to join us in April and get your employer to support you. So let's have that conversation because I'm happy to do that with you. Okay?
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Any other questions before we go? I want to thank you all for joining us, and I appreciate your time. And thank you, Meredith, for sharing a bit about the journey that people would join you on come April. I hope that you will all apply and enroll. And please look in your email in the coming days for a special gift from Rutgers to help you with that enrollment process. And if you have questions, please reach out to me or my team. Scott and his team are ready to help. And thank you again for coming.
Really appreciate it. Thanks, everyone.